Yeah, mic check. Kendrick Lamar, J.Cole diss situation. This all started about a week or so ago when Kendrick Lamar dropped a record with Future called Like That.
I hold them sentiments symbolic. Oh, my temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay,
It was alright. But it's more John Blaze shit than that. Fuck the big three. It's just big me. Which is fine, because, I'm an old school nigga. I can't tell the difference. I thought the big three was Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. They was like, no. I was like, oh, all right, I can understand. That makes perfect sense. Actually, he was talking about Drake and J.Cole, his contemporaries. And to be fair, Kendrick has always stood out from day one. Even before Pimp a Butterfly, before Big Kid, Bad City, he had another little record. I can't remember exactly what it was, but even that one hit. He was effective as usual. Now Drake, on the other hand, I'm not exactly sure why he's even considered in the big three when you don't write like that. That's just some old school shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just from my school of thought. I don't see how you can be considered one of the best if you don't even write it. Y'all got different rules and standards for what it takes to be the hip hop king. You could just hire somebody to write your shit. You know what I mean? For that matter, you a good talker. You can be a rapping actor. Well, I guess that is exactly what Drake is. But that's not a diss to Drake. Long story short, after Kendrick Lamar dropped his verse, J. Cole felt compelled to respond. And, the response was something like this.
trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine.
People jumped on it. At first, it was a lot of fanfare. People was on his side. People was like, yeah, Cole, go get him, because Cole has been standing out lately. He's been doing things he hasn't usually done. He's been featuring on other people's records. Because his first maybe 3 or 4 albums, he didn't have anybody on it. It was just him. Just rapping, just old school. I made the beat, I made the rhyme. This nigga like the U.S. government. He won everything, mafia or something. He's like, got it like a triads. I got it all locked down. This is mine. I don't work with nobody. I'm an island. I'm a rock. This nigga's like Batman, DMX. Who else was by himself? He's like that Tom Hanks on the beach talking to a volleyball nigga. And that's fine. But I guess, as he comes to the latter part of his career, he may want to stand out. He may want to do something a little bit different. So in the last year or so, he's been really hitting them in the head. Everybody knows J. Cole's been killing it all year. J. Cole felt the need to respond. The response was decent. And after that, he turned right around and apologized.
Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep, and then I can get back to my true path, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, the past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I wanna now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours.
Something that's unheard of in hip hop. Nobody apologizes. People like apologies. We don't apologize. We shoot people. We don't apologize. We pretend we was right when we wasn't right, and you was wrong. You did it. You did it. I didn't do it. You did it. What are you talking about? I'm the best. We've been saying we the best since Rakim. You know what I mean? And I don't even think that's a bad thing to do. But to apologize is just unnerving for the hip hop sorts. The hip hop, the young heads, they confused. Or all hip hop heads, not just young heads, but they a little bit confused. What? You can apologize? Personally, I feel that this was a beautiful thing. I know. And it's weird, but to me, I just think it was a beautiful thing. And I think that this shows the growth in a human being, in a man. Now, people will say, oh, this beef wasn't going to turn into anything. This beef was never going to be gunplay or anything of that nature. It was never going to spill over into the streets. First of all, you have no idea what a beef is going to turn into. Nobody ever thought any beef initially was going to be, oh, this is the big one. Because he probably wouldn't have did it. Nobody never thought they was going to get shot when they was acting tough. Nobody was like, yo, I'm going to thug it out today and I hope I get shot in the face. That don't make sense. You're assuming everything is going to be cool. And that's the assumption. You don't know what these people are capable of. No, nobody would have thought Will Smith was the smacking type. Yo, if you'd asked me, what's this Hollywood celebrity I could talk shit to, I probably would have put Will Smith up there. Except for I heard him live in person. This nigga's way bigger. You like, whoa, where's West Philadelphia? Anyway, that's neat. If all that, it would have been just on wax. Okay, I get that. And I get that point. And I know that hip hop has an element of competition. Rap, unlike many other musical genres, is a sport, a combat sport, a competition sport, a one-on-one, mano y mano. You know what I'm saying? But if you are a developing, growing human, if you're a man that's trying to be something bigger than you were yesterday, and we know that J. Cole's living like that. You could tell by his dreads. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the old J. Cole, like when he first came out, he looked like one of them kids that come around your house and try to get you to change your gas and electric company. You're like, oh, I don't. Do you know you could save? Like, that's how he look. Do you know you can save 14 cents every 6 months? Like, nigga, if you don't get off my steps trying to save me 14 cents, you want to come into my basement and fuck my meters and shit? No, my shit is hooked up. Don't do that. Anyway, and then, you know, and today you see him, he looks like he sells incense at the mall. You know, not at the barbershop. You know, barbershop incense sellers are a different type of dude. When niggas sell incense at the mall, see, when you sell incense at the mall, you got an establishment. Like, this is a place of business. We have an establishment here. No, niggas, these the real incense. They don't have the names of the other colognes. They got their own fashionable names. You know what I'm saying? The Gucci and the Polo. This nigga still got Egyptian musk, sandalwood, cool water, shit like that. He got a kiosk, cedar wood, right next to the bubble tea lady. What's in that bubble tea? This little lumps of, I don't know, hickory. I'm just yelling out different types of wood. No diddy. But yeah, I got little bubble gums. I don't want bubble gum in the middle of my goddamn milk. Who came up with that? Bubble milk. You want bubble gum? Do you want bubble tea? Anyway, the point is, you can see the transition. You feel me? You can see the growth of the person. And I think that this showed how to squash a beef. That's an album somebody needs. That's an album somebody needs to drop. How to squash a beef. Not how to start a beef, not how to shoot. Actually, they could use a lot of shooting. Because you ever notice, you can always tell when the mass shooter, if they was black or not. Because niggas is known for shooting, but we're not really known for our accuracy. That's not really our, anyway. That in and of itself, to me, is beautiful art. Beautiful needed art for young black men. Beautiful needed art for people who are in our situation who never, ever know how to resolve conflict in a positive way that leaves two people standing to fight another day. So, you know, be it just rap or whatever, and, you know, maybe it's my softer mindset, because that's how niggas get after a while. You know, you hit about 40, 35, 50. You be like, why don't y'all just chill? Start crying like Rodney King. Why can't we all?
Can we all get along? Can we get along? Can we stop making it horrible for the older people and the kids?
Oh, just get along. Y'all remember that? This nigga was sweating and shit. He had a Jerry curl mixing with tears. You know how hot Jerry curl juice is when it cut with a tear? That shit hits your eyeball, nigga. You crying, but it ain't for world peace. Anyway, that's not the point. J. Cole gave a prime example of how to de-escalate a situation. You feel me? Like, it's really, really, really hard to beef with a motherfucker that just ain't trying to beef with you. Could you imagine if a motherfucker was like, yeah, you stepped on my shit, and you like, I'm sorry. Like, what are you gonna? You still beat me up? You gonna still shoot me? I'm sorry. I do that shit in traffic all the time. I cut a nigga off. She's like, you motherfucker, fuck you. And I just turn around. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You're right. I am an asshole. I am. It's not that hard, y'all. And enables you to live another day, man. You see so many terrible things happening in the world. I watched the whole documentary on a young kid, TK. Remember him with the race?
Bitch, I did the race.
Now he's sitting on 50 years. I don't know if you ever been where I've been, nigga, but 50 years, man, nigga, you might as well hang it up. I don't give a fuck how old he is. He ain't but like 22, nigga. 50 years, you 70. I'll be out a little hot 72. You know, jail preserve you, but nigga, goddamn, what you, Captain America? You ain't got 50 years, ain't you? Anyway, long story short, I think black men in general could use this time as a time to learn, and how easy it is, and how J. Cole is no less of a man. And as long as he get back on his grind, that's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm like, yo, J. Cole, if you going to apologize like a little bitch. And I'm just joking. I'm kidding. I'm just playing. I was just saying. But no, J. Cole, if you're going to apologize, you should come right back at him with some heat. That got to be your next move. You going to just bang him and you like, all right, I said that. I apologize. I'm sorry, but here, take that. Not in a, no, forget it, man. Anyways, long story short, J. Cole, keep doing what you're doing. Kendrick, I mean, if you big number one, nigga, why don't you comb out your braids, nigga? How about that? That nigga should be furry as a motherfucker. I guess that's I don't understand. I know y'all are like, Mark, you furry? Right. But I'm an animal.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time? Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and read it, you was soft.